Hello, you guys. Welcome back. And if you are new, welcome. My name is Mandy, and today we're going to do kind of like a flip through of kind of where I'm at since my last video. And in my last video, I put this together, kind of not knowing where I was going to go exactly with it, but knowing that there were a few things that I wanted to make sure that I had. So let me first just kind of like pop out, because I forgot to do this before signing on here with you, pop out a couple notes that I have, so I don't forget to mention those things. But so yes, we basically planner. I'm at the point where I kind of just need a change, but I also need to have something a little smaller that I can take around with me. But I also know it's going to be full, because I don't want to just plan 1 month at a time anymore. I don't want to just plan 3 months at a time. I really want to be able to plan pretty far in advance on some things. Part of it is just getting things out of my brain and thinking more in the future than just like current month or next month. So that's really important to me here. And then another thing that's really important to me as well is to not take things out. I really want to keep the things in my planner so I can look back at some plans that we had, and just, I'm not going to call it memory keeping, but I just really like to look back and reflect, and not just at the current month, but previous months as well. So I'm going to be tempted to take things out. I know I currently only have 6 months in here and it's pretty full. However, I will tell you, and you will see in the flip through, that there are many areas that are probably going to come out. I am very undecided on some things, so maybe you guys can help me out. But I also, let me make sure you guys are straight here. I also do feel like I just don't know exactly what I'm going to want or need. And I'm kind of in a limbo during summer as well. It's a good time for me to change, but it's also a limbo time because I feel like we have a lot going on in the summer, but I'm not planning homeschool. I'm probably planning more like cleaning and projects. But getting into that again, as opposed to during homeschool months, I, am a lot more relaxed in those areas and I have a lot more homeschool happening. So I really kind of need something to meet that need as well. So I just want to say it's okay to not have it all together right away. If you're like me, I have a hard time being patient. I kind of go big or go home, but life isn't like this, and my planner doesn't have to be either. So I've had to remind myself that I can take my time. So if you need that reminder, hopefully this video will do that for you too. It's been a little hard sharing this because with my channel and everything, I really try to help people and show them what works for me. And maybe you guys get ideas that could work for you in your own system. So when, when I'm needing a change or having a hard time finding what is working for me in this season of my life, it's kind of weird to share that. So my goal is to just always share real life here, because we never have it all together. We like to share when we do, but I also want you guys to know there's times when we don't have it all together, and we have to work through it. And I don't want to just give up on my planning system, because I know that I like to have a planner, and I know that it works for me to have one. I know that even if I'm planning ahead and then I don't even use it when the day comes, getting that pre-planning happening is so good for my brain. So hopefully you enjoy coming along at this point or season of my planner life and seeing how I'm just going to persevere and keep trying until we find what works. I do create my own inserts, so you're going to see some of that in here. You're going to see some happy planner in here. You're going to see kind of all different things, because as I said, I'm undecided and I'm trying to figure out what works for me. I do have many inserts that I love using, but sometimes those ones aren't good for me currently. Happy planner may not be, and I'm kind of in between, so I'm trying to figure that out. My goals for the planner, for this planner right here, and I do have videos out about how I organize my thoughts into creating my planner. or to starting a planner, and I kind of went through that. But the first thing I needed to do is figure out what I needed in this planner. And what I really need is a catch-all area. I need kind of like an area for like, I don't, you know, business kind of thing, or YouTube, Etsy, stuff like that. I need homeschool. However, I do not need the day-to-day homeschool. I might be putting like the specific lessons or subjects, but I'm not putting all of the details that I've been having. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different with that, including my kids on that. So that isn't needed here necessarily. And maybe homeschool will be part of my catch-all system. I do have reference pages that I like to have for home and homeschool, and just personal YouTube and stuff like that. So reference sections, maybe not always like a calendar day to day. That's basically catch-all. And then I have reference sections for business, which is YouTube and Etsy stuff, homeschool. And then I want to make sure that I did mention this earlier, but I want to make sure that I can keep things from the past and plan for the future. Okay, here we go. So here is the flip through. Thank you for sticking with me and all of that, but this is kind of an update as well. So I really just have something in the front because these are the projects that we're working on and I don't want to forget about them. And I just think sometimes it's nice aesthetically to have like a nice little list. Here is my June calendar. You're gonna see that I've had to change dates, you guys, that it's not gonna be pretty in that way, but I just love the tabs here. And that's what I want to do too. I want my planner to be something that I want to go to, and I want to, you know, I open it up and I feel good when I see it. This kind of thing isn't going to be what I want in December because this is more spring and summer for me. So you're going to see those little changes, but I started keeping better track on my monthly here. And then I've been using one of my condensed dashboard and list inserts, which I've really enjoyed, and my weekly overview. So I went ahead and printed some more of those so that way I can have a monthly intentionals and a weekly overview. I did, you know, kind of have to like change up my printer here, but then I went ahead and expanded it back to the way that it usually is, but I had to cut it down for classic. You guys, I haven't had to do that in a while because this is a classic size happy planner and I'm used to using the big, although I had a lot of classic sizes in my big happy planner, I'm now down to a classic size. So I'm going to have these here. I just still haven't decided whether I want to use this layout for this next week, which is, you know, still summer for me, or, which I've made quite a few, or I haven't decided if I want to use this vertical one, which I will have to redate, but I've decided to use this monthly from an old squad goals that I have, which I loved and just kind of had to stop using because I made changes back then, but this is from 2021. So I'm reusing old planners, you guys, and I'm excited. I love this layout, especially for summer months. I should say I love the aesthetics of it. And then I'm still deciding whether I want to use this layout for the upcoming week, a vertical, which I will have to redate, obviously. Oh, and I just love these like end of month pages. They're just so cute. But I don't use this kind every month. It's always, you know, I want to change it up. Or I still have, as you can see, like I put a couple calendars in there so I can do some pre-planning. Not sure if I will use it. If I don't, I will take it out. But those are the things that I will end up taking out if they're not used. So I'm going to keep June. And whatever happens in July, whatever I choose to use, I'm going to keep it in there. And I'll just take out what I don't use. So that way it doesn't get too bulky. So as you can see, I have July and then I have another July here. But it's just a planner and, it's just a monthly and an end of or pre-plan for August page. And then I do have an undated dashboard. So 3 options, you guys. You'll have to let me know what your vote is. What should I do? Should I use my own thing, which I'm pretty used to? should I, you know, change it up on myself and use a vertical and go back to that for a little bit, because I'd really only be doing that for about a month. Or should I do dashboard? I'm not really sure. And then I go into August. As you can see, I pulled from old planners. So again, I'm going to have to do a lot of redating if I choose. But I really liked this one because it was neutral. I have a planner where these are either like neutral gray, there's yellow and pink, I think. And I might even have shown you that already. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm not super fond of the pink, but what a difference just the gray makes. I love this neutral gray. So I really liked this, and I really liked the tab, so I kept it in here, even though, again, I have my undated dashboard as well. So I really just kept the calendar again. And I'm excited to keep a couple calendars for the same month because, again, I do want something for homeschool, just not telling me exactly, more for lesson planning, like lesson, you know, 1 through 4 this week and so forth. So I really kind of want it for that. And then on my main calendar, we'll have all of our activities and things going on. So then it goes to September. We'll see if I want to keep this one. There's this tab. So again, you know, we have just, I went ahead and pasted I like to have the monthly and then to be thinking of the next month. So you'll see a lot of that. I went ahead and pasted that on the back of a monthly, and I will have to redate if I choose to use that one, or I have this one. And I don't know if my old squad goals one has, I feel like, I can't remember what months were in there that I didn't use. So that would be a fun one for September too, I think. And then we go into October, which now you guys are going to really see, like, I need to figure out what I'm going to use by October. So I really like seasonal things. It gets me in the mood for the season. I'm not sure if this is going to be what I want for October. Sometimes I like fun things like this, but then sometimes I like the more floral, fall florals and stuff like that. White pumpkins, all of that. So we'll see, but this is what I have in here for now. And it's one of those, I think they call it monthly lists or something. I'm not sure if they call it, no, they don't call it lists, but it's one of those. So again, another option from the Happy Planner that I'm gonna have in here. I wanted these in here, even though I may or may not use them, because I wanted to see how bulky it might get, you know, with all of the different planners. But I will end up having to make a choice, obviously. So as you can see, this is all of October, and it's not usually that big. So hopefully before October, I'll make a choice. And who knows, I might even buy a 2023, you know, 18-month planner where I will mix this up again. But I just wanted to share with you guys how I'm just really undecided and wanting to figure out what works best. My personality is, like I said, go big or go home, but I realize also that I can't do it all. I liked this tab for October as well, but again, I just have to see how I feel when October gets here, because fall is my favorite. So starting in September, I just want to make sure that I have things that give me like the good feelings of the season. Let me know if you guys are the same way on that. So again, I just have another calendar section because I love the gray. But as you can see, this is pink, so it may or may not stay. I just have to put a sticker over that. And then we have the undated. So all the undated dashboards are in here. It just kind of goes mix and match of the other styles. This again was from the same, I think it was like doodles, seasonal doodles, maybe. So not usually my thing, but maybe we'll see. I like how, you know, it's got a lot of fall things, but you know, we'll see if that's how I feel for fall, because the undated one, which is this one, doesn't really have anything seasonal. So that's what I had on hand for seasonal, but I'm not going to say that I may not buy something else. Now we're into December, which usually I do, like, I will be printing my December planner and putting it in here as well. When I say my December planner, it's mainly like seasonal or Christmas planner, so it'll be in addition to the December planning pages here. But I just have that same, seasonal doodles, and then the undated. Again, this is not like my style right here, so it's just mainly in here for the space and if I want to use the dashboard. So next up we have a reference section, and this is going to be my homeschool for now. I had gotten this from the line for sewing, but I don't sew. I just love the colors, and I love it for fall and stuff, and spring and all that. So I just turned it around, or flipped it around, and I've got the flowers in there for at least the season I'm in right now. I have some different notes pages and sticky notes I can keep track of, and then I've created some of my own inserts that I will be filling out as I get closer to the school year, so that way I can have these in here all year long. I've already started on some lesson planning and how many weeks that's going to take us, and then I have some reference sheets that I had already had in my old planner that just work to be able to put it right here. So that is a happy place for me. Here is my home section, or personal, home, family, personal, marriage, stuff like that. I'm going to try to keep in here, which I think is so cute. I just love that, and the colors, the vibes just make me feel calm. I have a tracker that I made that I will start up. We'll see. I might have to make another one that actually starts in July or August, just so I can like start it sooner, or I guess I could start here. We'll see. But I just wanted to make it, and I made it, and I wanted to print it and get it in here. This is going to be a page for my husband and myself to plan out just more dates and celebrations together. I want to make sure that we have a vision for our marriage and our family. And I just printed a few of these for visions and monthlies, because I'm not going to use this for a monthly. I'm actually going to use it as maybe like a theme day or planning. So that way it can stay in here all year. I might have one for family outings, or dates with our kids, one for our own dates, homeschool. I definitely want one for that. So I just printed a few different ones, and I love that we can keep the vision on the back. And then finally, this is my empty notes section. I shouldn't say empty, because I have plenty of notes already written down, but this is where I'm writing notes for Etsy and YouTube and all that jazz. And I'm going to have to input a few more pages, because that is filling up fast. So that is a flip through of my current planner. It is a work in progress. You guys will have to let me know your thoughts and give me some advice on the areas I asked you about. And just know, you guys, it's okay if you don't have everything you want the way you want it right away. I'm with you. And as much as I would love to have it that way, I'd probably want to change it up in the next month. So I'm going to embrace being in a season where I'm just not sure exactly what's working, and we're going to figure it out. So thanks guys for being here, and I hope that you will come back for the next one. I'm also going to start including some homeschool content, because I would love to share how I plan a lot of, not just planning in my planner homeschool, but just how I plan homeschooling my 9, 5, and 3-year-old, and figuring that out along with, mom life, because all of this is to help me be intentional in my family and home life, and, to be productive as well, so I can do those things along with enjoying this life we've been blessed with. So I hope that you will come along with us on that as well, and have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye guys.